What's going to be the number one focus of your presidency?
Oh, Zach, it has to be the economy. We need more good jobs with rising incomes. We got to make the economy work for everybody, not just those at the top.
We need to take a break. We just need to have a word from our sponsor. Okay.
Washington is broken. The truth is, too many politicians are totally controlled by special interests and lobbyists. We're going to make America great again. I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
He approves the message.
Why would you play a commercial for my opponent in the middle of our interview?
He paid me in steaks.
I'd be afraid to eat them if I were you.
It's a good cut of meat. I think it's part of the asshole. Well, this has been a lot of fun, Mrs. Clinton. We should stay in touch. What's the best way to reach you? Email?
You've got mail.
Hit me!
Ladies and gentlemen, get into it. It's smile time. Man, you don't know.
Get into it, get on up.
Observing his behavior, I have concluded that he is like the man who refuses to ask for directions. All of the answers are there. The scientists have the answers.
Listen to the scientists, she says, or medical professionals. Well, the only medical professionals I guess she's referring to are those that you find on CNN or MSNBC. That's about it. Those are the only ones that get credit for anything, and that's because they follow a narrative. Just the other day, there was a summit of all doctors, frontline doctors, and everything that they had to say, and unfortunately, I can't put it on this platform because it is being censored, although they claim that there is no such thing as censorship, but there is. So today, I found this article here on Yahoo. You can always count on Yahoo to get the best in news, right? And this is what they had about that summit here. How quack doctors and GOP operatives misled millions. Wow. Just earlier this month, CNN finally admitted that the hydroxychloroquine does work. But this is only after a couple of months or more of them denouncing it. Only because President Trump and many others said that it did work. So I ask this. Who is responsible? If you want to listen to these people on television who are not medical professionals, and if you see this summit, a lot of these doctors pretty much said things about mainstream media. Now, is mainstream media responsible for all the deaths that occurred? For lives that could have possibly been saved if they had the right to at least try? This article is an absolute mess. The video capitalized on a watch before it's taken down framing that lets viewers feel like they are getting in on a secret or are privy to exclusive information that will soon disappear. Well, guess what? It did disappear. According to Deara J. Towns, an investigative researcher at First Draft, when platforms eventually take action to remove or flag content with false claims and potentially harmful medical advice, the media outlets and influencers who spread the misinformation then cry censorship and position themselves as victims. During this summit, or actually one of the doctors, the doctor from Africa, actually said, when was the last time that Fauci placed a stethoscope on someone? But yet we listen to this guy, so out of touch. This article also says that the video contained falsehoods about hydroxychloroquine, which numerous peer-reviewed studies have shown to be ineffective in treating the virus. Okay, there are studies in all directions with this thing. There are those that prove it does work, and of course there are those that say it doesn't. You got to weigh the both. Why can't the American public make decisions on their own? It's almost like mainstream media and these politicians want to play mommy. We didn't ask for mommy. We asked you to represent us. So now it's become Big Brother has become mother, is what it is. We are not stupid people. We can decide on our own
Well, and I think that the dangerous, edges here are that he's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts, and it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job. Control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
In other news, after several grueling days of frightening uncertainty, I finally get my period.
Well, Diane, I'm sure you and your brother must be devastated by the loss of the two-headed offspring that might have been.
We know that testing, tracing, treating, distancing, masking, sanitation can stop the spread of this virus.
All right, now how long has this been going on? He's talking about, we started with flattening the curve. We went from 8 days to 2 weeks to 30 days. And it seems that we did all of that stuff, that these folks suggested. We did all of that way back February, March, April. We did all that. So explain to me how things are so bad now. It's like we did everything we were supposed to do, and things are still bad. I don't get it. But you want me to take your suggestion.
And yet the president continues to go down the wrong path and refuses to ask for directions.
To everyone, you should come to Chinatown. Precautions have been taken by our city. We know that there's a concern about tourism traveling all throughout the world, but we think it's very safe to be in Chinatown.
All I hear is a lot of criticism, but no solutions, especially from the left. They have so much to say about what the president is doing, but you know what? It's all a dog and pony show, and it's just to divert our attention from what's really going on. Virtue signaling and, of course, cause some type of outrage, which would be a false outrage on our part. We shouldn't be outraged by what these knuckleheads do. We know what their game plan is, and as I said, they are so self-righteous.
As a matter of fact, it has been suggested that this is a trial run for the President of the United States, who may be organizing to not accept what happens when we have the election. If he's not elected, is he going to pull out?
If anybody should have pulled out, it should have been your dad out of your mom. I don't see anything good coming from them. There has been no solutions. You want to support riots and call it under the guise of protesters without realizing that these people are destroying our country. But maybe that's what you want to do because you want to make that man look bad so that you can gain control. But tell me, how does that work for you? Because these people are turning on you. And then you're counting on the dumbest people. But while all this is going on, you got murders up. You got a lot of shootings going up. It's just crazy everywhere. And then you have people who want to virtue signaling. Like I said, Ocasio-Cortez, she's big on that. Her and Tlaib. But yet, not only do they want to defund police, but they also want to defund opportunity zones. Isn't that something crazy? Because they don't care about, I keep saying, these people that vote Democrat, they don't care about you. They don't. They don't care about the color of your skin either. They're just using that as a ruse, Look, the saying is to choose your battles wisely. That's how I have chosen to live. I watch where I step and I maintain a steady footpath. I no longer allow my emotions to get the best of me, and much of the time anymore I rely on gut instinct. I search the archives of my memory for painful lessons learned. That's how I avoid and see lies told today, and that's how I hope that people can see that also. I avoid outrage. In other words, I stay away from remaining angry for too long. For when it's angry, it just blinds you. It does. Common sense is thrown out the window when someone becomes angry, remains outraged. We live in an outrage era. It is used to keep people unsteady only if we allow others to dictate our emotions. Fill our eyes with manipulated news, avoiding real facts by misplacing words, and constant cues. You tell a lie long enough and it becomes believed, it is believed, Fortunately, this does not work on children of God, nor on patriots, the smart spiritual folks that have become sharp and remain so. That's us. Notice that Dems, mainstream media, since the beginning have said no good thing of President Trump. It's hard to find. Why is that? If he were as bad as they say, wouldn't we the people, see it by now? So that goes to show you that Trump is the real deal, because these people are really afraid of him. They really are. And that they hate us for it. And that's why they're taking it out on us. When they talk the stuff that they talk, they're not saying it just about him. They're saying it about us. I don't know what else to say about this, because certainly these people up in government, they're not about the people. It's about gaining power. I say that constantly. It's power over the people, not for we the people. Mainstream media is just complicit, no longer delivering news. They cover up truth, and they report falsified info to outrage us, to divide us, the same as the politicians do. We got to stay tuned, folks, and realize what's going on. Pray together. That's how it is. A nation that prays together heals together. And these knuckleheads that are out there in the street, you're gonna meet it. You're gonna run into the wrong folks. I'm telling you. Let's decide this: where we go one, we go all. This November, that's where we're gonna do it at. Let's speak up loud. I am the Monster Jammer KSG. I want to say hello to all my friends out there. Arnie Beiser, Tom and Carol, Deplorable TD, my man up there in New York. Please, Lord, I pray for each and every one of my brothers and sisters out there. All right? Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Once again, I am the Monster Jammer KSG. This is SOCKS. That's the way it is. And I try to give it to you the way it is. Hang in there. Baruch Hashem and Amen.